Welcome to Rick's Corner. I decided to take the other chair today just to see how my guests feel when they're sitting here. So I'm going to be my own guest because I have a lot to talk about. I've received a lot of messages and emails from you guys out there that are 40, 50, 60 years old and even older. And your dilemma is, how do I retain size as I age? And how do I get in shape as I age? And what is the secret? You know, there is no secret. I was watching an interview with Goldberg, who hasn't wrestled in, I don't know how many, 14 years or so. And even Steve Austin told me this too. He says, I'm not what I was 15 years ago. He says, I can't do what I did. I don't have the energy level, the stamina, or the drive that I did back in the day. And it's true. I mean, there's a lot of you that write into me that tell me, look, I'm over 50. I'm falling apart. And even guys 45 in the gym tell me, God, I'm getting older. It doesn't feel like it used to. Imagine how I must feel at 72. You know, I mean, I've been through it too. But I think the biggest thing is your mind, that you got to have that drive. Once you lose the vision or the passion or the drive to train, your body just falls apart because it has nothing to motivate it. You can't motivate it without a strong will and a strong mind. Now, you may not be as big as you were in your 30s or 40s, but so what? What do you have to prove? You may not lift 500 pounds, 400 pounds, or even 100 pounds, but so what? If you've already done it, there's nothing to do, you proved it already, just do what you got to do. I remember curling with 65-pound dumbbells when I was 17 years old. I thought that was really strong. Even preacher curls over the top of an incline bench with 60s. Well, now I use 20s. I get the same feel, but it's not the 60s or 65s. It's very hard to even lift those. Yes, I feel bad. I want to do it. I want to do the 80-pound, 100-pound dumbbells for presses. And every time I think about it, I go in the gym the next day and I go right to a machine. I do what's easier for me, yet still get the same intensity from the workout that I would if I did the dumbbells. And here's how that happens. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Your mind can play tricks on you. You can trick your mind into believing whatever you want. I sit down, let's say we have a lateral machine at the gym where you sit and you have the two pads and you go up. People hold the bar, they hold the bar and they go up like this. That's all right, that's what it's meant to do, but I don't do that. I drop my arms down to my sides and I come up as if I have dumbbells in my hand, because I like the feel of dumbbells. And so I figured, well, if I envision a dumbbell, then I'm actually doing it on the machine because my mind is telling me that I am. So I can do that with a press and emulate that I have dumbbells for my press. If I'm on a machine, I can just close my eyes and feel the pec work. And I think that's a big part of it, feeling the muscle as you go. So many people in the gym don't feel it. They're just going through the motions and throwing the weight up and down. I've had many guys on there talk about resistance both ways, and that's the best way to do it. Now, if you want to gain size as you're older, not genetically, I have to say, with age, your body just won't hold the mass that it did before. It just doesn't do it. Now, there's a few of you that do. I've seen guys in their 70s and 75 that pretty thick. You know, I mean, genetically they're able to do it, but most don't. If you look at some of the bodybuilders from back in the day, most of them are thin and almost down to nothing and hardly even have any muscle left. I don't know if they quit training. I don't know if they train, but I know some of them do. They don't have the fullness that they had back in the day, and you know, I don't either. It just doesn't work like that. I've had injuries in my shoulders and my bicep, and when I worked my bicep, I had a good one. It's okay, but there's nerve damage, and that's not going to respond. So I was talking to a friend of mine in the gym today. He's quite a bit younger than me, and he started doing the high reps, and we've talked about this. He swears that the high reps work for him, 20, 30 reps. I don't know. I think it's can overdo a muscle and keep it from growing. So what I would say, do the high reps to a point, increase the weight and drop your reps down to about 8 to 10, and then finish up with another set of 15 on the end. This will work for younger guys too, but I'm just saying for the older guys. The other thing is getting enough food. I had another friend I talked to today. He's at 60. He's in good shape, but he can't gain any size. And a pro bodybuilder asked him what he ate. He says, you're not eating enough food. You need to eat more food during the day. But as you get older, here's the other issue. How much food can you eat? You don't feel like eating a lot of food all the time. I know I don't. I mean, I have my breakfast, I have my eggs and oatmeal, and I eat whole eggs, by the way, not egg whites, because the yolk is good for you. It's got lecithin in it, and it burns fat at the same time. I have my protein drink after I train, and for lunch today I had a burger patty, eggs and cottage cheese. I'll have burger patty, eggs and fruit, and that's a clean diet. So most of you guys that are older, you know, you get this little excess body fat on you that doesn't want to come off because it comes with age. You're going to have a little bit. It's just not going to go away overnight. But even eating as clean as I do, I still get a little bit of it too. But I also have a taste of a dessert once in a while on the weekend with my girlfriend. I can't I can't sit and eat whole desserts anymore. I remember I was talking to someone at lunch today. He says, oh man, I had pizza. I said, well, pizza's not that bad. It has cheese and it has stuff in it for kids in school. They say it's a good food because it has a lot of nutritional value because of the protein and the carbs and this and that. We as bodybuilders don't want to eat it, of course. But I can eat one slice, maybe once a year, and I'm done. I can't even do that anymore. So for your older guys, try the intensity. Keep your mind on what you're doing. Go ahead and do a few high reps and drop down and do a few low reps at a heavier weight. Finish off with a pump set, go on to the next exercise. I think it works pretty well. Also, I also tried doing one body part a day once a week. Now, 2 years ago I would have said don't do it, it doesn't work. All of a sudden it's starting to work. I don't know why, maybe I have more rest in between. But maybe as you get older you don't need all those sets and reps every third day. Maybe it's okay once every fourth or fifth day, because it seems to be working for me. One more thing I want to add, all of you know that I've been doing a knee replacement. And I've had my therapist tell me that people are coming in a year later and they still can't bend their knee and they're having a hard time. I was back at the gym in 3 weeks doing upper body, back in 6 weeks doing legs. My right leg, before I had the surgery, I couldn't even do 5 or 10 pounds on a leg extension. One leg, this is one leg, I had to use the other leg to boost it. And then I came back in and I started doing 30 to 45 pounds both legs. And the other leg, my new leg, just started to go up by itself. So I told my doctor, he said, well, your quads need to come back, so go ahead and go heavier. Just the point. Yesterday I did 120 pound leg extensions, which I haven't done in years, because the new knee was so strong that it built it up, and so now the legs can come back. So if any of you have knee problems, you need a knee replacement, don't hesitate to do it. It works. I can walk straight now, I gain an inch in height, I can go up steps, one leg after another. It's like night and day. But anyway, that's my bit for today. You older guys keep writing to me. You younger guys too. Don't, you can still learn from us older guys. We've been around. We've had the experience. We know what works and what doesn't. And the younger guys, we have the same body you did. You're only younger, but if I can help you to get what you want in your goal, send me an email or just mention it on YouTube. Thanks again for watching Rick's Corner, and I'll see you guys next time.
It's RickDrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.